as I mentioned in the previous capsule, CrossFit now gets along with pretty much every lifting sport. I mean, powerlifters, strongmen, they have Olympic weightlifters, they have a good relationship because they have a common ground, which is the big basic barbell lifts done for performance. But there still seem to be somewhat of a conflict or misunderstanding between CrossFitters and bodybuilders. I think that CrossFitters don't understand what bodybuilding can bring them. I mean, bodybuilding, of course, when you're training bodybuilding, doing isolation exercises for muscle pump, just to build a tissue size, while you only see the hypertrophy aspect of it. But there's still a benefit when it comes to performance for CrossFit. Now, CrossFit has been great at making the big basic lift more popular. Squat, deadlift, push press, snatch, power clean, clean and jerk, and also gymnastic drills like handstand push-up, pull-ups, dips, all that stuff. All the lift that everybody should be doing to some extent if they want to maximize their physique and performance level. So they've done a great job at that, but that's all they do. That and of course the conditioning work like the rowers and stuff like that. And the result is that they have built muscle imbalances. Think about it. When you're doing a big compound movement, your body doesn't know you're trying to build or use a specific set of muscle. It only knows that there's a big ass weight on your back, and if you don't stand up with it, you're gonna die underneath. So in the interest of survival, you will always use the muscle best suited to do the job. In my case, for example, when I'm squatting, it's gonna be the quads. My glutes will be pretty much left underdeveloped because I am quad dominant and my glutes don't have good activation because of my levers. Now, most CrossFitters are that way. They will always rely mostly on their dominant muscle to do these big basic drills. Now, if you are perfectly balanced to start with, then you won't build up those imbalances because the stress will be pretty much divided equally along all the muscle groups. But nobody's perfectly balanced to start with, or very few. So we all have imbalances, and those imbalances will limit performance and mostly will create the risk of injuries. So bodybuilding work is a great way to fix a specific weakness in a muscle. And it does so at a very low CNS cost. Think about it. I'm CrossFitter. I'm doing cleans, snatches, handstand walks, muscle ups, all these drills kill my nervous system. The last thing I want to do when I'm trying to fix a weakness is to drain my nervous system even more. So if I want to spend some volume fixing a weakness, I want to use a tool that will tax my nervous system the least. That's where the bodybuilding technique and isolation exercise, the knowledge and the know-how of the bodybuilders when it comes to mind-muscle connection is important and interesting. So that's the first thing. Second thing, you look at a bodybuilder train, they often emphasize the eccentric, lowering portion of the movement a lot more than the concentric, because bodybuilders have long learned that most muscle is being built during the eccentric action of a movement. CrossFitters, when they do exercises, it is pretty much devoid of any form of eccentric action. Deadlift, they're going fast down and rebounding the weight up. Olympic weightlifting, they're dropping the bar on every rep. When they're doing kipping pull-ups, not only are they not controlling the eccentric, they're actually accelerating down to catch a rebound up. When I'm doing, actually it's probably the reason why at the regional you had so many pec tears during the ring dip, because they're trying to go super fast catching the rebound, but that's another topic. So in CrossFit training, you pretty much never emphasize the eccentric and you overemphasize the concentric by exploding up. Force equals mass times acceleration. The faster I try to go, the more force I need to produce. So as a result, CrossFitters are very strong concentrically, but proportionally weaker eccentrically. And ask any therapist, Ask any strength coach worth its salt. They will tell you that the stronger you are eccentrically relative to your concentric strength, the lower your potential of injury. So CrossFitters, by doing bodybuilding work, either by doing isolation for the lagging muscle or by focusing on the eccentric during their muscle building work, would perform better and reduce the risk of injury. So that's why CrossFitters should include bodybuilding specific work in their workout. Not necessarily 2 hours per day, but certainly a little bit of volume to fix weaknesses and correct lags when it comes to muscle contraction potential.